National Treasury would have included books in the list of zero-rated items during the budget speech of June 2016. Unfortunately, this was not to be, although VAT on such items as park entry fees was abolished. And as you know, our argument has been that Kenya's tax policy and written tax policy seems to favor mostly the middle class and the upper classes of our society. And not probably, it is not as favorable as to the majority, the people who form the majority of our country, who are people struggling every single day to even make a meal a day. The Finance Planning and Trade Committee, as we say, is meeting this week, and will be considering our plea yet again. And as a Kenya Publishers Association, we are calling for government to amend the VAT Act 2013 to include books and other learning materials and the raw materials that go into the production of books amongst the zero-rated supplies in the second schedule to the VAT Act 2013. That is our major call to government this morning. This amendment, ladies and gentlemen, will ensure that parents, students, schools, and everyone else, every Kenyan who wishes to purchase a book and other learning materials will not incur VAT at the rate of 16%, which will therefore make books and education cheaper. This will also go a long way towards ensuring that Kenya is able to offer quality education as envisioned in the Kenya Constitution 2010 and also in the Kenya Development Vision 2030. In some schools, the ratio of textbook to pupil is 1:5, which is unacceptable, and in certain cases as bad as 1:10. And research has shown there is a direct correlation between performance, academic performance, and access to books. If you don't have books, basically you will not perform well, and that's research that has been done. And so one of the impact of VAT on books is basically that it has affected the quality of education in public schools. Now remember that when we talk of the free primary education and the subsidized secondary education, only 200 shillings is allocated for the purchase of textbooks per child per year. Textbooks and supplementary reading material, only 200 shillings. And only 100 shillings is allocated for teachers' guides and reference materials. So in total, only 300 shillings is allocated between the child and the teachers per year. And so when you tax that, basically it means that you have reduced the number of books that could be bought over a period of time.
The IPA has consistently advocated a shift to a zero rate of VAT on all books. Our reasoning, simply put, is that the medium and long-term social, cultural and economic advantages of such a shift far outweigh the minor inconvenience of creating another special tax case. In fact, we unapologetically espouse the belief that books are a special kind of commodity and that they should be treated as such. The fact that many countries already have applied reduced rates of VAT to physical books is a clear acknowledgement of the strategic importance of books, notably, but by no means only, in education. Those countries that have not already done so should take the next step and zero-rate books, or at the very least, greatly reduce VAT on books. We believe a zero VAT rate to be the best way to support reading, education, and a thriving knowledge economy, and a zero VAT rate does so even-handedly across the board. Many government policies that support writing and reading require bias, benefiting certain works over others, but lowering VAT rates supports all writing and all reading, ensuring that governments do not interfere with selection and empowering readers' choices instead.